All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to apologize for that little video issue there. We should be back up and running fully now. Just on this additional link here. The only thing you missed was face mask. It was a touchback on the kickoff and a face mask called. That was a face mask called on the Patriots. So the defenders, 1st and 10 here on the 30-yard line. Ball snapped and handed off to Caleb Jones. He's tripped up in the backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12.
Caleb Jones on the carry. Loss on the play about 3. Now 2nd and 13 for the defenders.
Now about 2nd and 12, about 4 minutes left in the third quarter as the clock continually running down here in Springfield. There's the ball pitched over to 8. That's to 8 of the defenders. Looks like we don't have his number on the roster here. We'll probably see his number there. Yep, we have an 8, but we don't have him on our roster here for the defenders. So he went for about a yard, so it's 3rd and 9 here in Springfield.
Martin keeping it at the line, number 30.
Just a pile trying to be pushed by the defenders. Gets to about the 35-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 5 here. The defenders, of course, likely going to try, instead of doing a punt, they're going to try again to do the run from the punt because there's nothing else they can do here except for try and get more points on the board.
Yeah, at 52-0 and 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. I mean, you don't have many options.
The ball snapped. Jones in the backfield tosses it over to the right, incomplete. It looks like a misrun route by Chris Haig there, but he may have been tripped up by the cornerbacks. So that's the end of the defenders' drive, and the Patriots are back in possession.
1st and 10. Patriots will have it on the defenders, 35.
So 35-yard line for the defenders. So 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. There's Crawley handing it off.
Blocks a couple tackles, but that block number 44 of the defenders.
He's brought down. That was handed to number 5, Emmanuel Dang. Got tripped up in the backfield. It's now 2nd and 15. So now about a minute and a half left in the third quarter. It's about 13 and a half minutes left in regulation.
In the third quarter, that is.
13 minutes of regulation entirely. Minute and 20 seconds now left in the third quarter. Now 2nd down, ball handed off. There's 21 Frankly Gagliano taking the rush. He's managing to push through several tackles on the left side. Gagliano finally brought down by Gabe Ritchie. The clock stopped, but there is a flag back. No, flags over on the right side of the field. See what the referees call here.
Gabe Ritchie on the takedown.
See, the referee will call here on sportsmanlike conduct on the Patriots. So they're going to back. And they've ejected a player from the game. And another unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense who has also been ejected. They, of course, we'll see if we can get the numbers from the players that have been ejected. That's 63 and 17. Looks like
63 is Nick Ambrose.
Nicholas Ambrose, 63 from the Patriots, has been ejected, and Ryan Barding from the Defenders has been ejected as well. So unfortunately, with the score, just tension getting high, and actually talked with another person earlier who said their sportsmanship will be tested by the score of this game, and 2 players ejected in the last 60 seconds of the third quarter. So it's pitched out from Crawley and brought down. Looks like Emmanuel Dang brought down. Just an unfortunate ejection of 2 players, James.
And I'll tell you something interesting about that is I know for South Haven as a part of MTAC, I know if it's an MTAC game, I know that much for sure, that if there is an ejection, that player is not eligible for the game next week. I believe that's how the rule will work out. And, of course, we'll get clarification on that from the coaches during our post-game interview. But I believe that Ambrose will not be eligible for next week's game against Bowling Green Christian.
Yes, and as well, the Defenders, that would mean Ryan Barding would not be eligible for the game against Hendersonville, and the Bowling Green Christian game, Nicholas Ambrose would not be eligible as it's handed off by Crawley. And there's Gagliano getting a little bit of a rush there, just still trying to run down the clock. And that's the end of the third quarter, 52-0. The Patriots still dominating, and 2 players already ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct. Again, we want to thank you for tuning into the broadcast. We, of course, do apologize a little bit with the broadcast being not so high quality. The press box, although nice, and we get to get a good view of the field, the sun going directly into the camera makes it a little bit iffy to see. So if only there were sunglasses that we could put on the camera itself.
Yeah, we've got a defender down on the field on the far side, about the 10-yard line, about the hash mark. So we'll see. We'll see if he is able to get up under his own power, and we'll see try to see what kind of injury that is.
Yeah, so defender player down. Again, thank you for tuning into this broadcast on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel. Spencer Thompson and James Shannon live here from Springfield. Again, we're scheduled next week to go up to Madisonville to broadcast the game between the Defenders and the Crusaders from Hendersonville Christian Academy, but we'll let you know officially what the schedule is for next weekend. It may be on the helmet schedule now, but we need to determine some things and talk amongst ourselves, and we'll let you know tomorrow on the show.
Yeah, and you'll want to listen to that show. It's Extreme Radio, built by MDI Construction, Inc. It's at 4 p.m. Of course, the link for that is put on our social media page earlier on in the day. That way you can find the link for it, listen to it. 4 to 5 p.m., we got an hour show here during the season. We'll recap the games from this weekend. We'll preview the games for next weekend. We'll get you a good interview. And then we will also have Corey Davis from National Playmakers Academy. And he'll be helping us talk about how high school seniors can get recruited, things they can do to try to up their chances, and what college coaches are looking for. So you're not going to want to miss that interview.
So only 12 minutes left in regulation here, and those minutes will all just continuously wind down. Even if the Defenders were to get a score here, still be more than 30 points, so the clock will continuously run down. And, of course, we'll get that answer from one of the officials on the rules for ejection in just a few moments.
Or the coaches.
Or the coaches as well. We'll get the interviews from them there as well. Mm-hmm. So only 12 minutes left in regulation here. So now 3rd down and 3 here for the Patriots as it's pitched and ball lost. And that is picked up by 44 of the Defenders, Zach Eastwood, who we don't have as great or any information on him, but Zach Eastwood making a good strip there, even though there's time running down on the clock and not much left for them to do.
Yeah, and that was a great play there on the defense. Noah Marshall forcing the turnover, and then Zach Eastwood with the recovery. So Madisonville still showing that they've got a little bit of life here left in their their season opener.
So now 1st and 10 here for the defenders with the clock running down, 11 minutes left. So alone in the shotgun is the quarterback, Josh Jones, the junior, at 6'2", 185 pounds. Josh Jones in the shotgun toss on the right. Dropped pass intended for Chris Haig. So the clock's still winding down. So now 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ball still on about the 19-yard line here for the defenders, trying to get some score and not have a complete blowout as Jones is brought down in the backfield. Whistle's blown for forward progress. That'll be 3rd down and about 20.
Tackle the play, number 61, Eric Rep. Big loss. Now, 2nd and long for the defenders.
Oh, because that's the competition. Okay. So I mean, he's not.
This program's gameplay, field, timing, things like that. The comments will regulate programs, the teams, what happens,
So I wouldn't find that.
So ball pitched and Jones again in the backfield. Quick toss out to number 4. That's Benson. And he's still on his feet. Benson going on the right side, staying in bounds, juking out of tackle, but steps out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. And it looks like we got a player down at about the 5-yard line. He's back up. Looks like he is back up on his feet. Just a little bit hesitant to get up. But the defenders, great gain there by Hunter Benson, the senior.
1st and 10 for the defenders.
Now 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. Just a great game by Hunter Benson.
Yeah, he's really showed up. At least one of the players for Madisonville that's had a decent night. Not a great night. Of course, no scoring, but he's had a couple good runs. One called back for a penalty, but he's had a solid night.
Pass, long downfield, 23 intended receiver. Pass incomplete. Now 2nd and 10 for the defenders.
See that? SHCS.
back number 4.
All right, we just noticed that we accidentally had the mic muted for a little bit. Sorry about that, ladies and
Ethan
gentlemen.
Barnhill, big loss on the play.
So it's like slow to get up is number 4, Hunter Benson. The clock's still running down. Benson will be
Benson on the carry.
stay on the field, just a little bit slow to get up there.
20 for the Defenders.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do here is we've got 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Benson with the punt. Ball touchdown by number 33, Davis Miller, the Defenders. Patriots will take over at 22, 1st and 10.